Hello everyone and welcome back to ZipZip Academy. And today we're going to take a topic of physics, which is also known as kinematics. This topic you might have learned, but we are going to talk about it in brief. So what is kinematics? You might have heard about the three equations of kinematics. So the first one was V is equal to U plus AT. Second, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And the third equation is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. You might have heard about these three equations. Okay, so today we're going to look at these equations in detail. Okay, so what are the questions about this, what the questions can be formed, and we're going to also look at when a body is freely falling or if a body is thrown upwards, what are going to be the variations in these equations. Okay. Okay, so for the first equation, v is equal to u plus at. Let's take a question. So the question is, if a body is traveling with a velocity with an initial velocity of 3 meter per second and it has an acceleration of 10 meter per second square and it travels for, like, let's say 10 seconds, then find the final velocity. The question is this. So the answer will be very simple. This is the U, this is the A, and this is the T. We have to just substitute the values. So V is equal to 3 plus 100, 10 into 10, 100, which is 103 meter per second. Okay. Similarly, you can take same examples for different equations. So for the different equation, let's take v square minus u square is equal to 2as. We know this equation. So like the question is, a body is moving with a final initial velocity of 5 meter per second and the final velocity is 10 meter per second. Okay. And it has an acceleration of, let's take 100 meter per second square. These are all hypothetical situations, so we're just taking a question. So let's substitute the values, and the question is find the displacement. So we're going to substitute 100 minus 10 square, 100. This is the v, this is the u, this is the a. So we're going to substitute. So v is equal to 10, which is 100, u is equal to 5, which is 25, and equal to 2 into 100 into s, and we have to find s. So it will be 75 is equal to 200s. So s is equal to 75 by 200. So the displacement came 3 by 8 meters. Simple. So similarly, we can take an example for s is equal to ut plus half at square. I'm not going to show you. So let's see if a body is freely falling. So what does it mean by freely falling? So imagine I'm holding something, like I'm holding a ball, and if I leave the ball from a height, then it's gonna drop straight down. Okay, and this ball has some mass m. Okay, so it will go down. So what is going to be the variation in these equations? I'm going to show you. So the first v is equal to u plus at. Okay, so in this, if you see, when I'm holding the body, so the body is starting from rest. The body is starting from rest. Okay, it's starting from rest, as you can see, because when we are holding the ball or the body, it's at rest. It has no acceleration or no velocity. So the initial velocity here becomes 0. Okay, now let's see a. What will be the value of acceleration? So if you see, when you are leaving the body of mass m, it goes directly down. So the acceleration is caused due to gravity. The acceleration is caused due to gravity. Okay. So the acceleration is caused due to gravity. So instead of a, we're going to take g, and the final velocity and t remains same. So the equation becomes v, that means final velocity, is equal to gt. Simple. Now let's see for the second equation. The second equation is s is equal to ut plus half a t square. Okay. So here, as you can see, the ball or the mass is being freely falling from a height. So the distance from this point to this point we can take as h. Instead of s, we're going to write h, and u becomes 0 because it's starting from rest. So this whole term becomes 0 plus half, and a becomes g, and t remains the same. So the modified equation is h is equal to half g t square. Okay. Now let's see for the third equation. The third equation is as follows: v square minus u square is equal to 2as. This is the third equation. So we're going to do the changes as usual. So v remains the same, u becomes 0, a becomes g, and s becomes h. So v square is equal to 2gh, or v is equal to root 2gh, because this, if we take root on both sides, so it will become this. Okay, this is the third. So we got the all the three equations for kinematics if the body is freely falling. So, okay, good. So the first equation became v is equal to gt, which was which which actually was v is equal to u plus at. The second equation is h is equal to half g t square, which actually was s is equal to ut plus half a t square. And the third equation became v is equal to root 2gh, 12, or v square is equal to 2gh, which actually was v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Simple. So these are the three equations when a body is freely falling. Okay, so let's see some questions. So let's take a question. For example, uh, a body is freely falling and it reaches the ground in 3 seconds. Then find the velocity of it. So the question is actually simple. We are going to use the first equation to solve this question. So v is equal to gt. So the velocity is equal to, and the value of g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square, because it's acceleration, right? So g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Or if you want to do easier calculation, sometimes it is also taken as 10 meter per second square for easier calculation. So in this question, let's take it as 10. So the velocity would become 30 meter per second. Okay. So similarly, you can take an example for the second equation also. So there's a body which is moving at, which will reach ground in 3 seconds. You can take the same example. So find the height from which it was being thrown. So we can put the values. So h is equal to half into 10 into 3. I'm taking g as 10, or if there's a multiple of 7, okay, then you can take it as 9.8, so it can be easily divided. So here I'm taking as 10, so it becomes h is equal to 15 meters. Simple. Similarly, you can take this for this also. We can just substitute and we can find v, or you can find h. So let's see, if a body is vertically projected, what will be the variations? So for example, this is a body with mass m and it is projected vertically upwards. Okay, so what will be the changes in this? So in the freely falling equations, we had seen that if a body was falling down, then the acceleration was g. Okay, but if a body what is thrown vertically upwards, then the acceleration will become minus g. Okay, remember this. So the variations in the equations will be as follows. So the first equation, v is equal to u plus at, this will become, v and u will remain same in this, okay, because there is a initial velocity and there is a final velocity too. So the equation will be v is equal to u minus gt. Understood why? Because acceleration is minus g. This is the first. Now the second, which is s is equal to ut plus half a t square. This is the equation. So the modified equation will become h, which is height, as you know, is equal to ut minus half g t square. Okay, now the next one, third, which is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. This will be modified to become v square minus u square is equal to minus 2gh. Understood this one? So this is of this is of this, and this is of this. Okay, now if you see, if a body is vertically thrown upwards, it will come down to, but in a freely falling body it was just thrown down. But when you throw a body vertically upwards, it goes up and comes down, it goes up and comes down. So let's see. So when a body comes up, goes up and comes down, there are two different time periods. When this, there is time of ascent and time of descent. So the time of ascent is when a body, the time from when a body is from the starting point till the body goes up. The time taken to complete this distance is known as time of ascent, from down to up. And when the body comes down and hits the ground, this is known as time of descent. Understood? When the body goes up, it is time of ascent, and when body comes down, it is time of descent. And time of ascent plus time of descent is equal to time of flight, means the total time it was in air. Okay, so the formula I'm going to tell you, the formula for time of ascent is u by g. Remember this formula, this is the formula of time of ascent, and the formula for time of descent is also u by g. Okay, remember this. Now the formula for time of flight will become u by g plus u by g, which is equal to 2u by g. Okay, so we got three formulas. Okay, so here we got three formulas. time of ascent is equal to u by g. Time of descent is also equal to u by g. And time of flight is equal to 2u by g. Okay. So guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for tuning into today's video. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching. You are watching Zip Zap Academy signing off.